if you know the formulas related to this topic, you'll be able to complete 50% of this topic. And I have counted the number of formulas in this topic, Nana. It is 18 formulas, 18. If you know 18 formulas, you are able to complete 50% of this topic. So concentrate on the formulas first. Let's see some basic formulas related to equations topic, Nana. So I'm not going to give you, or I'm not going to explain all the formulas that are related to this topic. I'm going to cover some of the important formulas related to this topic. Yes, you're all aware of this equation. May know about the name of this equation, Nana? Ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. How do you name it as? Or how do you... Which equation, Nana? So I have another doubt. If a equals to 0, then can it be a quadratic equation? So, but if b equal to 0, is it a quadratic equation? So if b equals to 0, how does the equation looks like? Ax square plus? That is so called a pure quadratic equation. How do you call it as, Nana? Suppose if b is not equals to 0, that is so called affected quadratic equation. So we have questions on this topic based upon theory formulas as well. So please do cover theory formulas as well. So ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, provided b equals to 0, is said to be what kind of equation, ma? Pure or affected, Nana? When do you say that it is affected? When b is not equals to 0. May I know the roots of this quadratic equation? X equals to minus b. Yeah, tell me, what are the roots of this quadratic equation? Plus or minus b square minus 4ac by. So a quadratic equation will have at most how many roots, Nana? At most 2 roots. Please do remember that. Suppose if I am talking about a cubic equation, it will have how many roots at most? At most 3. Don't say that 3 every time. At most 3. Maximum of 3. Like that, a quadratic equation will also have how many roots at most? At most 2 roots. Let them be alpha and beta. What is the formula for alpha? Minus b plus square root of b square minus 4ac by. What is beta? Minus b minus. Okay, if alpha, beta are the roots of any equation, have to form a quadratic equation. X square minus alpha plus beta into x. Alpha plus beta, can I call it as sum of roots, Nana? And what is the formula for sum of roots? And product of roots? C by A. So that's all about basic things related to quadratic equation. And have to frame a quadratic equation with roots alpha, beta, Nana? X square minus alpha plus beta into x plus. Now look at this. What is the nature of roots of a quadratic equation? Nature of roots of a quadratic equation. So Nana, nature of roots of a quadratic equation will be completely dependent upon the value of delta, which is equals to b square minus 4a. So this is so called discriminant, because based upon the value b square minus 4ac, the roots may differ. So Nana, the first thing, b square minus 4ac less than 0. Less than 0 means positive or negative, Nana? Negative. Whenever b square minus 4ac is less than 0, Nana, first of all talk about whether the roots are same or different. Roots are... So when b square minus 4ac is less than 0, roots are of what kind, Nana? Distinct. Distinct means same or different? Same or different? Boys, I am not able to hear your voice, Nana. Same or different? So and that too, if one root is p plus iq, the other root is p minus iq. So if one root is p plus iq, the other root is p minus iq. What is this I? Imaginary numbers, or else some of you might call it as complex numbers. But in our material, it is provided like imaginary numbers. So what are your roots when b square minus 4ac is less than 0, Nana? P distinct, p plus iq and p minus. They are so called conjugate complex numbers. How do you call them as, Nana? Conjugate. And the roots are conjugate complex numbers whenever b square minus 4ac is less than 0. Negative numbers are done. Now I'm moving towards b square minus 4ac equal to 0. Whenever b square minus 4ac equals to 0, roots are same. Means this time you are getting 2 roots or only 1 root. The roots are, what are you saying? Roots are? Though there are 2 roots, both of them are same. If my first root is p, my second root would be also equals to p. So there will be only 1 root, but they both are, we have to consider, or we have to talk about 2 roots. Then that is the reason why we'll write down the roots as p and p, or k and k. It's up to you. It depends upon the constant that is provided to you. And at that time, roots are what kind of numbers, Nana? And they are rational. What kind of roots they are? Real, rational. So tell me the nature of roots when b square minus 4ac equal to 0, Nana? Same, real. When b square minus 4ac less than 0, roots are distinct. What are the roots? Tell me the roots. P plus iq and p minus. How do you call them? Conjugate complex numbers or complex conjugate numbers. It's up to you. Whatever is comfortable for you, follow the same. So when b square minus 4ac is less than 0, what is the nature of roots, Nana? Distinct. How do you call the roots as? Conjugate complex number. When b square minus 4ac equal to 0, roots are? That too they are rational. Now less than 0 is over, equals to 0 is over. Now I'm writing b square minus 4ac greater than 0. Whenever b square minus 4ac is greater than 0, first of all, roots are real. Now in this context we have 2 separate situations. One is greater than 0 means positive or negative, Nana? A perfect square and not a perfect square. What happens when if it is a perfect square, and what happens when it is not a perfect square? If it is a perfect square or not a perfect square, in both the cases the roots are real. In both the cases the roots are distinct. In both the cases the roots are real, and in both the cases the roots are distinct. When it comes to the first case, may I know what is the first case it is? Then the roots are rational. What are the roots, Nana? Rational. Rational means they might be expressed in the form of p by q. For you it is p by q. For me it is not a surd. If it is not a surd, I'll call it as a rational number. Because root 2. May I know what is root 2 by using your calculator? Is it 2.4142? Sorry, 1.414. So that's an ending value or never ending value, Nana? Since your calculator is having 12 digits, it is showing all the 12 digits in your calculator. If it is having 50 digits, it will show all the 50 digits. Means a non-ending value for me is called as a rational number. If it is not a perfect square, the roots are irrational. What are the roots, Nana? Roots are irrational. What I meant by irrational, if one root is looking like p plus root q, the other root is p minus root q. So b square minus 4ac is greater than 0 means positive or negative, Nana? In such a case, we'll be having how many contexts? What are they? Perfect square? When it is a perfect square, roots are. When it is not a perfect square, roots are. If b square minus 4ac is greater than 0, then the roots are of what kind? Real? Real and distinct. If b square minus 4ac is less than 0, tell me the nature of roots? Distinct. And how do you call the roots as? Conjugate complex number. If b square minus 4ac equal to 0, same and they are real, rational. If b square minus 4ac is greater than 0, real is okay and distinct is okay. But if it is a perfect square, the roots becomes rational. If it is not a perfect square, the roots become irrational. And 2 more things that are related to equations topic, Nana. In a quadratic equation, ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. So these formulas are also important for the exam, Nana. The first thing, if a plus b plus c equal to 0, roots are 1 comma c by. What are your roots if a plus b plus c equal to 0? 1 comma. Next point, if a minus b plus c equal to 0, roots are minus 1 and minus c by a. What is the first thing? A plus b plus c equal to 0 means sum of coefficients equal to 0. Then roots are what, Nana? 1 comma c by. If a minus b plus c equal to 0, roots will become minus 1 and minus c by. Now look at this, Nana. If the roots are in the ratio, they are in what ratio, Nana? M is to N. Then read out this formula, Nana. M plus N whole square by Mn equals to B square by AC. This formula itself is a final exam question. So please take care of the formulas as well in this topic. So if the roots are in the ratio M is to N, then what is the notation that you have, Nana? M plus N whole square by B square by. So next, if one root is the reciprocal of other, one root is the reciprocal of other, then C equals to A, or you can simply say A equals to C. So what are the formulas that are available along with the quadratic equation? If A plus B plus C equals to 0, roots are? If A minus B plus C equal to 0, roots are? If the roots are in the ratio M is to N, then M plus N whole square by Mn equals to B square by. If one root of the equation is the reciprocal of other, then A equal to C. Now, suppose if you are having two such equations, A1x square plus B1x plus C1 equals to 0 and A2x square plus B2x plus C2 equals to 0. So, Nana, there are how many equations here? Both of them are quadratic equations or not? So, for these two quadratic equations, if they are having one common root, how many common roots, Nana? May I know how many roots can be expected for a quadratic equation? Out of those two, only how many roots are common? One is a common root, means the other roots are different for both. Okay. In such a case, C1A2 minus C2A1 whole square equals to A1B2 minus A2B1 into. Nana, look at this. You people know about cyclic order, right? If there is A, replace that A with B. If there is B, replace that B with. If there is C, replace that C with. Look at this, guys. What is the first term? That's why I'm replacing that C with what? That's what I did. Now, what is the next term? A, right? After C, there is a word called A. So, A can be replaced with B. Now, look at this. What is here? A. A should be replaced with. That's what I did. And B should be replaced with. That's what I did. And madam, how do we remember this order? There is the order called 1, 2, 2, 1. There is no restriction that you have to follow this order. Even if you want, you can start off with 2, 1 and 1, 2 also. For me, there is no problem even if you start off with 1, 2 minus 2, 1 or 2, 1 minus 1, 2. Means there is no need to by heart this pattern, Nana. If you started off with 2, 1, no problem though. After 2, 1, you can write 1, 2. So read out the formula for one more time, Nana. If they have one common root, what is the formula that is available? Now how many common roots? Two common roots means both the equations are same. So you should write A1 by A2 equals to B1 by B2 equal to C1. This is not that much important, but this formula is very important. Can you please read out this formula for me for one more time? C1 A2 Okay, throughout this topic, if I ask you to solve some quadratic equation, you people will go for substitution method. But now let us change that substitution method, Nana. So, may I know what is the sum of roots of quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0? Not so audible, Nana. And product of roots? Let us make the use of these two things rather than substitution process. If I ask you to solve a quadratic equation, people generally go for substitution process, but I'll not recommend that substitution process. Compared to substitution, this method of verifying sum of roots and product of roots would be more easy. Let me show you some more examples here, Nana. So the first example that here I'm taking is, Nana, read out the third question. Find the value of k. The following equations will be. I just wanted to tell you the meaning of this word. That's why I took this example, Nana. So the system is what will be? Inconsistent means there is no solution. Inconsistent means there is no solution. Consistent means there is a solution. What is the word that is available here, Nana? Inconsistent. Inconsistent means no solution. Guys, read out your equations once. What are your equations? 4x plus 6y equal to 2x plus ky equals to. So both of them will be inconsistent, means they don't have any solution. Nana, look at this. Both the lines intersected at how many points? If they are intersected means there is a solution and this point of intersection is the solution. But what am I trying to say? The system is consistent or inconsistent? Inconsistent means they will not intersect, means they will be parallel. They will be parallel. Parallel means slopes are equal. So the slope of first line is minus a1 by b1 and the slope of second line is minus a2 by b2. So cancel it, minus minus, and take this a2 to the left side and b1 to the right side, then you will definitely get your formula a1 by a2 equals to a1 by a2 equals to b1 by. Now look at this. We are talking about a system like this. a1x plus b1y plus c1 equals to 0. a2x plus b2y plus c2 equals to 0. Nana, do you have how many equations with you? 1 or 2, Nana? That's why I'm calling it a system. More than one equation will be called as a system. Now all of you look at this. Whether there is a constant or there is no constant. If it is constant, we'll call it as non-homogeneous. How do you call it as, Nana? Let me remove this constant. Now there is no constant with me, right? How do I call it as? That is the only difference between homogeneous and non-homogeneous. Now I'm talking about homogeneous or non-homogeneous now. This system has unique solution. Unique means how many solutions? One solution whenever a1 by a2 not equals to. No solution whenever opposite word. Tell me the opposite word for this one. a1 by a2 equals to. Next, infinite solutions if a1 by a2 equals to b1 by b2 equals to c1 by c. Now, what is my question, Nana? My question is, system is consistent or inconsistent? Inconsistent means what? No solution means it belongs to the first context or second context or third context, Nana? First one or second one or third one? Tell me, what is the second one? Could you please tell me what is a1 in the first equation? a2? a2. 2 or 6, guys? 2 or 6? 2 or 6. a2 is the coefficient of x. Okay? So what is the coefficient of x here? 2. So tell me, what is a1 by a2? 4 by 2. Don't you know what is 4 by 2? 4 by 2 is how much, Nana? 2. Equals to b1 by b2. Guys, tell me what is b1? 6 by? Okay, let me write down the same. 6 by k. Now, could you please tell me what is k, Nana? 6 by 2, which would be equals to 3. Nana, I just wanted to inform you that the word inconsistent means? Consistent means? That's what I wanted to convey. And this is a homogeneous system or non-homogeneous system there? Non-homogeneous system. Now, let me show you my next example, Nana. Just a moment, ma. Yeah, look at 6th question. Can you please read out that 6th question? So you need to calculate what, ma? So let me tell you a simple thing, Nana. Here, logical approach and option elimination is important. Not at all substitution every time. Yes, you will go for option verification. I recommend that only, but along with that, a basic knowledge is required. Nana, who is there in the second partition, whether it is z or root z? So means, but look at the right side value. Is right side value is inside of root or outside of root? If I took 5 in the numerator or denominator, will I get a decimal value or perfect integer? Absolutely a decimal value, right? Means if I look at both option A and option B, in denominator, who is there for both of them? 5. If I kept 5 inside a fruit, I'll not get any integer outside. I'll definitely get a decimal value. That is the reason why I'm just avoiding these two options. So go for such a logical approach. Now, Nana, read out the equation for one more time. Guys, look at this. Shall I write down the question like this? Z plus root z minus 620 equals to 0. Now take your calculators. According to option C, what is z, Nana? Please do enter that value in your calculator. 1 by 25. Got it, Nana? M plus. Done? Now root, because there is root z with me, right? Root. How much is that? 0 point. All of you got the same answer, Nana? Again m plus. Why I'm using m plus, Nana? There is a plus symbol with me. M plus. Got it, Nana? Now 6 by 25 m minus MRC. Everybody got 0, Nana? Sure? Sure, Nana? If you got 0 means his options is valid or invalid. So don't do left side value, right side value, calculation separately on the paper. It is completely based upon your calculator. Nana, look at this. What is the symbol before Z? That's why I have used M plus. Next I have calculated root for Z. Again, this one is also having plus symbol. That's why I have used M plus. Now it is 6 by 25 M minus MRC. So let me repeat the calculation, Nana. I did 1 by 25 first. 1 by 25 m plus. Next root. What is the root that you people got, Nana? 0 point. Again m plus. 6 by 25 m minus MRC. What's your answer? 0. It should be 0 or else 0.000 like that will be there. Again, I'll also consider that one also 0. Next, Nana. Yeah, I just wanted to show you this. Can you please read out question number 22, everybody? Solving the equation. All of you please read out the equation, Nana. So if I ask you to solve such a kind of question, the best method that you people go for substitution. But just now I told you that product of fruits is the best one. Can you please tell me the formula for product of fruits? C by A. What is C by A? Tell me what is C by A? A minus B by A. Now go through your options and tell me for which option you are getting the same product. Which option, Nana? A. Nana, listen to me. For more than one option, if you got that product, means just search some of the roots, because you are going. You need to go through all the substitution. That's not so easy task. Yes, of course, Nana. For this question, you can use other shortcut. Can you please tell me what is A here? What is B here? What is C here? What is A plus B plus C? If A plus B plus C equal to 0, roots are 1 and. See, the way that you see the question is important. There are many methods to solve a particular question, Nana. Yes, of course, my method and your method may absolutely vary with each other. So it's not the method or it's not the process that you're following. Which comes to your mind first, follow the same thing. Some people will go for substitution. Some people will go for product of fruits and sum of fruits verification. Some people will go for regular formula because they have a good command at their formulas. So it's up to you. Whatever comes to your mind first, follow the same logic. Okay. So next, Nana. So for example, if I asked you to solve this 19th question, you people will definitely go for substitution only. Substitution only. But I'm not doing that. I'm going for product of fruits. Could you please tell me what is the product of fruits, guys? Make it fast. C by A means how much? Who will calculate that? What is C by A? Is it 8 or not? Is it 8? What is 2 into 3? It went to home, right? 3 into 2 by 3. Went to home, right? Now listen to me. Basic logic. What is your answer? Means your answer is an integer or not? What is the denominator here? What is the numerator here? If both of them, is there any chance of cancellating both of them? Means I'll not recommend this option also. Can you please tell me what is 2 by 3? Sure, Nana? Is it 8 by 3? And this one? What is 8 by 3 into 3? And you got the product of fruits as 8 for option C only, right? These kind of elimination techniques is what I want from you. So don't go through blind substitutions or blind calculations. Yes, you are very much good at calculation process, I know that. But will not have that much of time in your exam. So we'll just have 2 hours of time to complete the entire paper. So please try to understand. Nana, I know you are very good at math syllabus and you are very good at maths formulas. So not writing formula is enough or not writing shortcut is enough. Okay, so learn some basics here. Next one, Nana. Yeah. Read out question number 29, everybody. The value of P for which Nana, difference of fruits is how much, Nana? So in your textbook, you will be having formula for sum of fruits, you will be having formula for product of. Now let me write down the formula for difference of fruits, Nana. Difference of fruits can be written as either alpha minus beta or beta minus alpha. You will be given like alpha minus beta modulus. But I am not writing like that, I am simply writing alpha minus beta equals to square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a, b square minus 4ac by 2a. Or else if you don't have that much of clarity about this, Nana, I think this is not 2a, this is a. Sorry ma, by a. B square minus 4ac by a. Or else this would be convenient. 4 alpha beta. Completed copying the formula, Nana? Yes, tell me what is alpha minus beta square root of? Come again, tell me what is alpha minus beta? What is it given to you? Difference between the roots. How do you call the difference between roots? Alpha plus beta or alpha minus beta? Do you remember the formula for alpha minus beta? Tell me what is that? Square root of b square. Could you please tell me what is b square? B square minus 4ac. 4ac. How much? 32. By a is how much? Is how much? 2. So apply squaring on both sides, everybody. P square minus 32 equals to. Bring this 32 to the right side. Now tell me what is P? Plus or minus? Students are that much of good at writing plus or minus symbol. Even if the options don't have plus or minus, they will definitely write plus or minus symbol. Am I correct, Nana? Even if options don't have plus or minus, you people will write down plus or minus symbol, right? From now onwards, you people are going to write down plus or minus whether the options have plus or minus or not. Okay. So whenever you got a square, please do write down that plus or minus symbol. Okay. So it will give you so much of difference in your options, Nana, please. So the next question is 33 that we already discussed about this. Can you please read out the question for me? B square minus 4ac is a but perfect square means positive or negative? Not equals to 0 means positive means greater than 0, right? B square minus 4ac is greater than 0 and the perfect square. Do you know the nature of fruits? Real, distinct, rational. Option. These kind of questions are very important for the exam, Nana. So please do by heart that nature of fruits issue in your textbook. Next. So can you please read out 43? Roots of the equation are in the ratio. I told you formula for the roots of the equation are in the ratio. M is 2. Tell me the formula. Wait a while, Nana. M plus n whole square by. What is m plus n? Whole square by mn equals to b square. K square by 12 5s. Take your calculator, 25 into 60. 25 into 60 by 6 under root. How much? 15 point. No, this is 0 point something, this is 2 point something. Okay, calculate root 10, make it fast. Into 5. But there is 2 in denominator, means option C is correct or option D is correct? Option D is correct. There is no need to solve that square root or writing that down that square root or something like that. So 25, maybe you people will write down that 250 as 25 into 10 and you need to bring this 25 to the outside. Nothing is required, Nana. Use your calculator completely. Okay. So what is the formula that we have used here, Nana? The roots are in the ratio m is to n, then m plus n whole square by mn equals to b square by. Now look at your next question. The equation whose roots are numerically equal but opposite in. For you in your textbook there will be so many formulas. If alpha beta are the roots, then the equation with roots minus alpha minus beta is f of minus x, like that. I'll not write any formula, Nana. Listen to me. The equation whose roots are numerically equal but opposite in. Let me assume that alpha and beta are the roots of this equation. I need to frame a new equation whose roots are numerically equal but opposite in. May I know the new roots? Minus alpha. Guys, listen to me, please concentrate. This is your required equation. Am I correct or not? May I know what is the product of roots? Just do multiply both the numbers, Nana. Alpha beta only, right? What is the product of roots of old equation? Alpha and beta into beta is nothing but alpha beta. Means are you getting the same product for both the equations or different product? Got it, Nana? Same product means what is the product of roots of old equation? Don't you know the formula for alpha beta? C by A. Tell me what is C by A. Please do verify with your options and tell me for which equation you got minus 7 by. Option B. No formula or nothing is required. Okay. So, Nana, suppose in future, if I ask you to frame an equation whose roots are alpha plus 1, beta plus 1. There's a formula called f of x minus 1 to you. But I'm not using that formula, Nana. Simply I'm using a basic formula. The formula that I'm using is, Nana, my old roots are alpha and beta. Don't you know what is alpha plus beta? Tell me what is alpha plus beta? Minus b by a means how much? 5 by 3. Now my new roots are alpha plus 1 and beta plus 1, right? Okay, please add both the terms. Tell me what is the sum? Alpha plus beta plus. Just do calculate 5 by 3 plus 2. Is it how much, Nana? 11 by 3. Compare with your options. You'll definitely get the correct answer. There's no need to by heart all those formulas. F of x minus 1, f of x plus 1, like that. There will be n number of formulas provided to you in your textbook. As an example, I took only one, Nana. So please take care of your old equation and please do compare that with your new equation. The next example that I wish to show you is, just a moment, ma. Okay, look at 62, Nana, read out 62. A number consists of how many digits? Number consists of 2 digits. So, number consists of 2 digits. Read out the next line, Nana. The digit in the tens place is... Before starting it, let me know, is 3 is at units place or tens place? Most of the people will call it as ones place, maybe either ones place or units place. This one is it. Can you please read out the first line? The digit in the tens place is... Don't read out the entire question for such a kind of theory questions. Just do read 50% of your old question. So, digit in which place, Nana? Digit in tens place. May I know who is in tens place? 4 is means How many times? The digit in the, who is at the units place, Nana? 3. 2 into 3, how much? So, is 4 equal to 6? Send it to home. Okay, now. 4 equals to 2 into 2. True or false? True or false? What about this one? True or false? This one. What is the only possible correct answer? I'll not recommend you to read out the entire question also, because by reading out 50% of the question only, you are able to complete the solution in the equations topic. Okay. So next, let me show you the next question, Anna. Okay. This is what I wish to show you, because so these kind of questions requires option verification, that everybody knows. But you people don't know how to make it or how to work it out. Option verification should be done for these kind of questions. But what is that option verification technique, Nana? Whenever you are facing theory question in equations topic or in sequence series topic, whatever it is, make some conclusion with the first half. Make some conclusion with the first half and verify the same in the second half. Make some conclusion with the help of first half. Use first half and deduce something. With the help of that, verify the second half. Means you need to divide the entire question into two parties. One is old data and the next one is new date. Guys, read out the first line of the question. The cost of a cloth piece is? The cost of a cloth piece is? Read out the next line. If the length of cloth piece is, and each meter costs 1 rupee less, then the cost would remain. What is it he is asking for? Length of the cloth piece is how many meters? That's what he is asking for, right? So this is what my first half of the question, and the rest is my second half. What is my first half of the question, Anna? Cost of a cloth piece is? What is the cost of cloth piece? 30. Now I have a doubt. I have a cloth piece which is of 20 meters length. What is the length of cloth piece, Nana? 20 meters. Each meter cost 10 rupees. What is the cost per meter, Nana? 10 rupees. May I know the total cost, everybody? How did you calculate that? Means length into cost per meter. That's what you are doing, right? Now look at the option A, guys. What is option A? What is option A? 10 is what? Length of the cloth piece is how much? 10 meters. It's not 10, it is 10 meters. Guys, read out the first half of the question. What is the cost of cloth piece? 35 rupees is the cost of how many meters? I just wanted to know the cost per 1 meter. I don't know how to do that. 35 rupees is the cost of how many meters, Nana? Then don't you know have to calculate it for 1 meter? 35 by 10. How much? Sure, Nana? This is what the conclusion that I got from my old data. What is the cost per meter, Nana? 3.5. Is that clear for you all, Nana? Now, what did I told you? Verify the same thing in the second half. Can you please read out the second half first line? Stop it there. If the length of the cloth piece is how many meters more? What is your old length, guys? Now, what can be the new length? Is that sure, Nana? If the length of the cloth piece is 4 meters more, and read out the next line and conclude something else. Each meter cost? I just wanted to know the cost per meter. Tell me what is the cost per meter? 3.5 or 2.5? Now you have length with you and cost per meter with you, right? Tell me the total cost. Please do calculate the total cost. Sure, Nana? 14 into 2.5 will become? The total cost would remain. Have you verified the same or not? That's what you need to do. Divide the total question into two partitions. Please draw some conclusion with the help of first partition and identify or verify the same thing in the second part. Now listen to me. Whenever you are solving the questions related to ages, whenever you are solving the questions, in this topic you have many questions related to ages, right? So people will merge the first half of the question with the second half. I already told you that. Please do separate the first half and second half. They both are quite different. Don't connect the first half with the second half. మా వాళ్ళు జనరల్ ఏం చేస్తారంటే ఫస్ట్ హాఫ్ డేటాని తీసుకొచ్చేసి సెకండ్ హాఫ్లో పెడతారు. డోంట్ డూ దాట్. ప్లీజ్ డూ సెపరేట్ యువర్ ఫస్ట్ హాఫ్ అండ్ స్టార్ట్ ఫ్రెష్ ఇన్ ద సెకండ్ హాఫ్. ఫస్ట్ హాఫ్ సెపరేట్ చేయాలి. ఫస్ట్ హాఫ్ని సెకండ్ హాఫ్తో మ్యాచ్ చేయకూడదు. ఇఫ్ యూ డూ దాట్ మీన్స్ యూ విల్ డెఫినెట్లీ గెట్ రాంగ్ కన్క్లూజన్ విచ్ విల్ బీ దేర్ ఇన్ ఆప్షన్ ఏ ఓన్లీ. రాంగ్ మార్క్స్ ఆర్ నెగటివ్ స్కోర్ చేయడం అంటే ఎగ్జామ్కి చాలా ఇష్టం కదా, దానికోసం ఇట్ విల్ బీ ఇన్ ఆప్షన్ ఏ ఓన్లీ. సో ప్లీజ్ డోంట్ కంపేర్ యువర్ ఫస్ట్ హాఫ్ విత్ సెకండ్ హాఫ్. So separately complete first half and verify the same in the second half. Nana, throughout equations topic, I'll recommend you these kind of techniques only. Don't solve anything or don't do any kind of substitution in the paper. Use your calculator at most. So whenever you are facing theory questions, please do complete the first half and draw some conclusion like this. After that, go for the second half. Okay. So that's all about equations topic, Nana.